RNG?
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It
Gets the people going.
Random news. RNG. TGP.
TGP
Random news
presents.
generator. RNG. RNG. Real nigga games. Random news. RNG. Random number generator. RNG. Real nigga games. RNG. TGP. Random news. Random news. RNG. Random news.
Real nigga games.
Samurai Black. D-Ring.
Random numbers.
TGP. RNG. Random news. Random news generator.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new year and the same RNG radio. Lady D-Rain, welcome. You can go ahead and put your first title in there. Welcome back. Your normal host, D-Rain Samurai Black. Want to make sure that we start off the year right. Even though it's the 7th. Bro, it's already the 7th, man. We already a weekend. Weekend, only 51 more weeks of the year. You ready?
No, because it's gonna fly by.
It is. Bro, like,
hey, what up, G?
January is always like rough because like I think I told you guys, like, obviously like birthday, anniversary, Christmas, whatever. But then January, like in a week, my wife's mom, dad, and sister will all have birthdays. Like in a week and a half, we'll all have birthdays. And then at the end of the month, I think what are the dates? I think the dates are like the 28th and like the 30th. My two nephews have their birthdays. So, and then my sister's birthday is Valentine's Day.
In a matter of a month, man, got like 6 birthdays.
I'm telling you, bro, like it's nonstop over here. But like G baby, Lady D Ray, thank you. You can't spell RNG without G. Hey, G baby, you good today, bro? Cause Friday you was kind of wilding, man. Friday you was wilding, bro. King says, "Yo, what's up, King? How you doing, man?" All right, so we're gonna get right into it because there's a lot of TV shows that we got to talk about, and that always takes a little bit of time. But we're gonna start with a couple other news things here.
You was wilding.
You was wilding, bro. First, I'm always wilding, bro. Like that's normal. Like what you mean, bro? That's D-Ray. What you talking about? All right. The boat.
He's ready. Ready.
Pose.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So Tetris, long-standing game, icon in the gaming industry, one of the first like big games out there that had like Pong and shit like that. They had a whole ass movie. Remember? Did you ended up watching it? Didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, because amazing.
It was on it was on Apple TV. That's why I haven't watched it yet, because it was on Apple TV. But Tetris. So as you guys know, Tetris puzzle game, falling blocks, yada yada. So there are obviously professional Tetris players, blah blah blah, they try to get these high scores, and many people have got like the max score of, I think it's like 999,999. Now, recently, there has been a first in the realm of Tetris. So, 13-year-old kid here in the States, actually, he obviously got to the max score, so it's at 999, whatever. But he played the game for so long that he actually technically beat the game. Yeah. And if you know Tetris or have played it, you know like how do you beat Tetris? So basically what happened is during the like development of Tetris, they got to a point where they're like, okay, basically they said no one's gonna get this far. Like, so let's just loop it so that like it just keeps on going, nothing's really gonna change it, just loop it. Well, he got to a point where the game literally could not keep up with him, which is crazy to say. So basically, at each level you go, like the faster and faster the level goes. And he got to a point where the game couldn't keep up, and he got to what's called the kill screen, which basically the game froze. And not because of a glitch in the game, not like Apex, not because of a glitch in the game, but because it couldn't keep up and put the bricks out fast enough to keep up with. And he got the kill screen, And it's kind of crazy because I think he was live streaming during it, and it was an accomplishment he was trying to do. He dedicated like the achievement to his dad, who I think was going through like a health scare or something like that. And yeah, bro, 13 years old, doing something that no one has ever done before at all. His pops passed away. Thank you. Well, not thank you, but thank you for the clarification. Because yeah, pops passed away.
Thank you for the tier 1 sub.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll say thank you for
sure. But his pops passed away. He dedicated the accomplishments to his dad. Crazy.
That's crazy. That's insane, bro.
Absolutely
the game been
insane.
on how long?
Game's been out 13, since bro. And like I said, like professional players have been playing this game for years and years. No one's been ever been able to do it, and this kid did it. So shout out to him, and boo that fucking reporter. Who, no, there's this lady that was news. So it was going through the news cycle, and there was this lady that was reporting on the story, and like she ended the story, like she like said the spiel or whatever, and then it was like, if I was the kid's mother, I would tell him to step away from the screen and go get some air, go get some fresh air. And it's like, bro, like, why do we always have to do this? Like, yes, fresh air is good for you. Like I tell Katie otherwise. I tell Katie like artificial air is just good, but no. But like, come on, like
I'm gonna let you know right now. There's kids that win these fucking cups that are younger than you and win your salary playing this video game. All right, make your salary playing this video. I don't want to get into. Don't start with me.
First and foremost, yes, but it's like, bro, like just celebrate the kid for a bit. Like just let him get his freaking flowers. Yeah, the late bro,
she still got all A's in class too, I bet. Still, so yeah, he goes outside, he does his work, and that's what he chooses to spend with his time.
Bruh, like
man is legendary, gonna be remembered.
Well, and that's what she said. She said like that shouldn't be like a lifetime achievement, but the thing is, it is though. He's the first to ever do something, and whether or not like you agree with like that activity or you partake in that activity, I'm not big into swimming, but I respect all the swimming records that are out there. Like, come on, like give the man his flowers. Give him the respect.
Michael Phelps his respect. You know what I mean? Like Michael Phelps did his damn thing. You know what I mean? Some people don't like running, but like Usain Bolt was a fast motherfucker. You gonna raise him? You know what I mean? Like you just gotta like, yeah, that ain't my thing. But yo, shout out to you for doing it because it is something that is big. There is a big thing for it right now in gaming. I mean, Tetris still has worlds. Like,
yo, yeah, like to this day, bro. Like it's crazy. And like I said, game's been out for 50 years and no one's ever done it before. This 13-year-old kid did it. Give the man his props and shut up.
Yep. Move on. Or just
No, you're 100% right. Move on to your next story. But anyway, so shout out to him for sure. That was a big accomplishment.
Yeah, most definitely.
Apex has a new event coming actually I believe Tuesday. Drops on Tuesday. Apex Final Fantasy 7 collab. A bunch of skins for a bunch of characters. But we wouldn't talk about this because they have with most of these events, there's always there's always a bunch of skins that you can get. But this time, instead of an heirloom for a specific character, they're gonna have the Buster Sword, which if you're in the gaming industry and you've played games like the majority of your life, you know, even if you didn't play Final Fantasy 7, you know what the Buster Sword is. Like the Buster Sword is iconic. Cloud is iconic. Like everybody knows what that is. But they're gonna have a Buster Sword heirloom. I put that in quotes because it's gonna be universal and it can be used by anybody. Which I think is a really cool thing. I think that's really cool, especially for the characters that don't have heirlooms already. Blah blah blah. Because there's still a handful that don't. But the only way you can get it is if you unlock all 36 packs in the event. So if you've played these events, you know that you're gonna be coughing up some money to get all 36. Like
at least $200.
You can unlock some on your own, but if you want all of them, you're coughing up some good coin. And like Ham said, like if you just buy them all, like you're looking at a couple $100. So
easy.
It kind of stinks because when it's like that, I really wish that they, especially for like a universal one. So like with the heirloom shards and like the traditional heirlooms, okay, fine. I understand that's how they've been, but you have something new that you're doing for characters that potentially don't have heirlooms. give us another way besides the wallet to get some of these things. Like,
Yep.
and granted, like it stinks because like to try to equivalent that to just gameplay, you got to play this event like nonstop. Like, so I understand that, but give us something, like some other way. Like if we need, like if we want it and like we have to play the game nonstop, okay, we'll try to figure something out. But it doesn't always have to be the wallet, you know? Like, jeez,
you don't always gotta try to hit my pockets, bro. Like,
I mean,
if you did something to make it like by gameplay wise, that'll drive your playability and your numbers
the
up.
replayability, like the people that are playing, like that will drive all those things up, which makes the game more marketable. Than people aren't making a video every day or every other day saying how dead Apex is. But nah, it's got to be the monies. All about
you
the dollar bills.
$225 to get this sword. Come on. And if you don't do it now, you're never gonna get it.
Oh, you're never gonna get it. Yeah, it's not gonna be. They've already said that it's not gonna show up in the store. No. Companies.
True, Lady Deer.
Yeah, exactly. Katie knows. Not even a gamer, and she knows, bro. I'm letting you know. Companies, bro.
Tell you companies, bro.
Let us know if you're gonna play the event. I don't think they've said that there's gonna be. No, I take that back. There is gonna be like not a new game mode, but kind of a twist to it with the materia that will give you different buffs while you're playing. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
But it drops on Tuesday too. So
drops on Tuesday. Yep.
Be ready.
Be ready. Let us know if you're gonna jump in.
Let us know if you're gonna spend that bread. That's the real question.
I think we know somebody that's gonna spend that bread. We're not gonna throw bird out there like that. Wait, oops.
My fault.
I haven't played Apex since Lego Fortnite drop. Hey, Lego Fortnite's a vibe, dude. Lego Fortnite's a vibe. I know.
Fortnite never leaves this nigga's fucking thing.
Lego Fortnite's a vibe. Lego, not Lego, but Fortnite Guitar Hero's a vibe too. I'm just letting you know right now.
This man be rocking out in his living room. I already know.
Swear, bro. I'm telling you, Fortnite, make a guitar. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'm letting you know right now. You have one sold customer right now. At least one sold customer. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Spider-Man.
I can see him doing it though.
I swear to God, bro. Swear to God. Spider-Man. So I think we saw this news article back in late December, not late December, like middle late December. All of how about the drum set exactly. There was a big cyber attack on Insomniac. Like middle to late December. Lots of information was kind of leaked out about like their future plans and like what projects they were working on. One of the projects apparently that was leaked out was a Spider-Man multiplayer game that like the patch notes about it, like not patch notes, that's not the right word because the game wasn't fully developed, but like the notes on the project were saying like it would rival or be in the same vein as like a GTA Online type of deal, where like they would have different spiders kind of flipping around, multiplayer, like online multiplayer.
Bro, not even different spiders. It was your own created spider. They went and they showed like cards of like archetypes. So they had like Spider-Gwen, and then they had Peter, they had Miles, they had and then you just adapt from their face, their costumes. Dog, I said, bro, if I can just, hey, my nigga, we saving the city tonight, and it was all like pitted up to get.
I swear, him would literally just attach his bank account. I was like, yo, just take what you need.
Take what you need to give me what I want, and we good, bro. Every night, hey, y'all ready? We on duty. We gotta go fight. And it was like big team up battles too against like Venom or like the Sinister. Like if I could fight the Sinister Six with my homies, bro.
Imagine like a big like raid fight against freaking like Sandman. You have like 8 of these little Spider-Mans like flying around. One of the pictures
was a symbiote Sandman, bro.
Oh, like, I think I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, we better be ready. We got our tank. Yeah, we got our like, bro. We need to be ready. Like, I'm here for it. I would spend money on that, bro.
That would be dope. That would have been dope. But unfortunately, it was canceled. I think the note said like they were trying to focus more on like make sure that their quality of the solo games wasn't going to be affected, so that's why they canceled it. Sucks. and it's nice to know that they know what their bread and butter is, and that's what they want to focus on. And they don't want that quality to drop, but still sucks.
It does suck.
But going on to like their solo player games, Spider-Man 2 is receiving a New Game Plus update early this year. A specific date hasn't been listed, but obviously New Game Plus, you'll be able to go through the entire story again with any type of upgrades that you already have. Always gives a little bit of replayability for the game, so you really just body people the entire playthrough until you get to end game, which will be nice.
End game, yeah.
Exactly. But with that,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say with that leak, that cyber attack that happened with Insomniac, it did kind of leak some information about Insomniac for the future as well. So it showed that Sony and Insomniac are gonna be making not just this Wolverine game, because obviously that's still coming, which that received a whole bunch of leaks on its own too. So like if you want to see,
they got a little
like
gameplay too.
Like it's obviously like super early, like pre alpha gameplay, but the gameplay's there. So you can see that if you want to take a look at that. But they will be making, they said X-Men, so not just Wolverine, but X-Men games exclusively until 2035.
Black Panther game, yes. that game does look pretty dope.
Yeah, it does. So X-Men games, so not just Wolverine, exclusively to 2035. Obviously Insomniac has done really, really well with the Spider-Man games. We don't know if this means that they're going to stop making those Spider-Man games, or if they're going to slow
No,
down.
that was in the leak too. That was in the leak too.
Oh, was it a part of it?
Yeah, it was in there. So they said 2028 is supposed to be the Spider-Man 3 game.
Okay, gotcha. So Insomniac's not going anywhere, more or less is what we've got here. And kind of expanding that to X-Men games. I just like give me a Gambit game. Like I know we've been saying a lot about Gambit in the movies, but like bro, like give me something Gambit. Something Gambit would be nice.
If we get a Gambit game, that'll be lit. I mean, I could see just like on the success of Wolverine, them still branching off and doing other games like that. Because I mean, shit, you remember that DC Online Universe game?
Yep.
If they do some shit like better than that, like with X-Men, bro, like you get to create your own mutant and you have your own powers and abilities and shit, and you're able to, like, that'll be lit, bro. I'm telling you, that would be dope. That would be fucking lit, bro. Sure. Like that's the big wave right now, is just to try to get stuff, so because everybody wants to play with the homies. Like everybody loves their single player games. Don't get me wrong, but like at the end of the day, like they'll never go away. But like being able to play with your homies and create your own characters in a sense, like that's majority of the reason why Baldur's Gate 3 won. You know what I mean? Like the creativity of it and the fact that you can continue to play with your friends, you can do as many stories as you want. Like that's where it's at. That's where Gotham Knights fell, bro. Like, yeah, you could play different, but there wasn't enough. Like, it wasn't enough to do with your friends. Like, you got to make sure that there's enough, and you will get everybody, bro. It does not. Everybody wants to create their own mutant and or fight as a mutant against the Brotherhood or against Apocalypse or against what's it called, Mr. Sinister. Like, come on, bro. Like a House of M video game, bro.
Yo. listen.
Oh man.
Yeah. So shout out to Insomniac. They've got a lot of work headed for them.
Sucks for them that the stuff they were trying to keep quiet about got leaked. But yes, I'm glad you guys aren't going anywhere. Shout out to y'all for making a plan to stick around.
They were really peeved by that. Like they've
I mean,
wouldn't you, bro?
Times. Like,
I would be. No, I'd be pissed.
I think the reason why the Spider-Man game isn't gonna happen is because it got leaked.
You think?
Like I think that's part of one, which I think is dumb, and I think they should realize like the hype behind it. If that's the reason,
then yes, I think it's dumb. I do personally think that more of the reason is because they want to make sure the single player games are still bangers, because that's
but like
that's why Sony acquired them, man. That's why those solo games are the reason that is a first party partner with Sony. So
I'll give you that.
So and just thinking about it, because remember when Sony acquired Bungie, they were like, hey, we want to push live service games. That's basically what this would have been. And then they came back a few months later and said, hey, okay, well, us forcing this on all these different studios, some of them didn't like it. And I think that part may have been part of it, is that Insomniac's like, hey, like this isn't something that we normally do. Like we'll take a look at it, but like this isn't our bread and butter. Let us.
That's probably what that game came around for.
I guarantee that's why that idea came up. Is because they were trying to force those live action games on so many studios. But yeah. So anyway, we'll get something because Sony's not done trying to get some live action games, like, because
most definitely
Fortnite has changed it, man. Like they know how much money's out there for live service games,
and they know how much people are spending on this free game. God damn it!
Mm-hmm. All right, going away from video games though, Steven went. Is it Yin? I think that's how you pronounce it. Steven Yin.
Yes.
Apparently has left the Thunderbolts project, which that's a big blow, man. That's a really big blow. Obviously, like we're far away from when it's supposed to be dropping. Like they have time to like try to recast somebody else. He did say that it wasn't necessarily because of the project itself. It's just the timing of his schedule versus like what they need to do for the movie. So that's a good sign, and an even better sign is that
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, a better side is that he says that he would like to do something else as long as it's going to fit in his schedule.
Because like this movie is slated for next year, and they were going to start doing it this year.
Probably around like now or March. Like he was going to say,
it was supposed to be like early last year and now, but he's also doing Invincible, which he is like all hands on in that. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad. It sucks because Sentry. He's supposed to play Sentry. Sentry's not going to be in Thunderbolts. Which, for those that don't know, Sentry's that dog. All right.
Do you think so? Okay, first off, Ghost. I think we've talked about it before that I can't read, so I apologize. Yoon. There, you feel better. Now, do you think that obviously because Sentry hasn't been introduced at all? Do they just recast Sentry and keep Sentry in the Thunderbolts? You don't?
No, especially because you had somebody set in on it, right? And then they say, okay, it's scheduling difficulties, especially with a character like Sentry. That's like, okay, cool. We can figure out something else for the Thunderbolts right now, and we can pop Sentry in at any point in time especially because Sentry's not just a character that is just going to show up and needs leveling up. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
that's true.
Sentry is the level up, bro. Like he can just pop up and especially
is the level up. Like, fuck that, recast him. I don't know, man. Like I'm kind of on the fence of go ahead and just recasting Sentry and give Steven a different role. I think they can go. Like I do agree that they can go either way. They can recast him, or they can
just
hold
like
him
say,
off.
oh, don't give him that role. Let's put him at something else because like. He was obvious. They picked that nigga for that role for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, he fits that role. Granted, other people can fit that role, but that doesn't mean that like I think that they're still open, especially with giving him a chance. Because like again, it's Marvel, bro. You don't have to put him in at Thunderbolts.
You don't have to put him in literally anywhere. Yeah.
He can be the Captain Marvel show up in Infinity War later on. You know what I mean?
I hate you so much. I was literally thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, he just show up at the end like Captain Marvel did, and like you said, like that's the level up that the new Avengers need to overcome whoever they are fighting, because that's also up in the air now.
If you hear crying, it's because the other car's batteries died,
bro.
Well,
like we got these little like super like light up cars or whatever.
Yep.
But they so the problem is like you press a button and then it's just like a motor, not a motor, but not a sound, like it pushes the car, like the wheels start turning, whatever. But the problem is they don't stop until you press the button again. So like if they put like it's happened 3 times already, is that they've pressed this damn button, it's gotten off of the tracks and drove underneath our couch, and then it just sits there because it runs into something and can't move, but it stays on and it just drains these batteries, bro. Like I swear, these stupid cars since Christmas have gone through probably 12 batteries already.
Oh
because it's three batteries each time, bro.
It's like that you put the batteries in. So
and that's why I told Katie, I was like, listen, like we gonna have to
get one of them big packs of batteries, bro.
We do, but we're gonna go through them eventually because these cars, right? And she's like, well, we gotta make sure they don't go under the couch. Okay, we're just gonna make sure they don't go under the couch.
Yeah, put up some board. Yeah, let me set up the racetrack for them real quick. Hold on.
the kids get to push. But yeah, so Steven Yeun, leaving Thunderbolts Sentry, says he is more than willing to come back when his schedule when the scheduling conflicts aren't really there. So that's exciting. But we'll see. Recasting Sentry or pushing him back. I think we can do with either. I think that's where we're at.
We could.
Okay, so we are getting into the TV show. So this is definitely probably gonna be the longest part of the show. We have JJK finally ended, so there's no more spoilers for that. It's been over. We're gonna talk about the ending for JJK. Percy Jackson. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about a new anime that just started as well. So we'll leave that as a surprise for the end. But JJK Shibuya Incident has finally ended. Now that it is over, Shibuya Incident as a season, 1 out of 10, what you got?
Get that shit like a 9, bro. 9.5.
Yo, I'm doing like a high 8, low 9 for sure. Like 8.7, like 9.2 or something like that. It's
there
really
was
good.
No really like filler. There was no story. Like there was no slow part. Like it was just shit after shit after shit after shit after shit. There was lore in between the shit. Like you're learning lore in between fights. Like it was just.
So I will say that's the only reason why I was giving it a little bit lower score, because I'm not a huge fan of and this isn't the only show that's done this. Like multiple shows have done this, but like basically at getting to the point to killing off a character. Hey, but you know what? Right before they died, let me make you. Let me show you some lore. Let me give you a little more backstory. It's like, nah, bro. Like, why are you trying to make this death more meaningful? Like I would rather.
Did that a few times.
A couple times. So they did that to Nanami. They did that to what's her name? Kagasuki. And it's primarily that. And I mean, no.
I mean, I just say like I don't feel that. Like,
it's a tactic, and like you said, multiple shows have done it. Naruto has done it. Like all the OGs have done it. I'm sure One Piece has done it before as well. But it's like, yo, like give me that beforehand, so I like the character and leading up to it, and then do it. If it's a flashback thing, but swear, bro. Like if they get hurt and they immediately do a flashback before anything, yeah, like they're dying. 100%. It's almost like if you're a mother in an anime and you have the side ponytail, like she's gonna die. Like that's just how. That's just. I don't know when. I don't know how soon.
I'll tell you this much: you ain't making it through the first season. All right?
You're not making it to whatever next season is happening, bro. Like you going down for sure.
Next season previews will not have you in it. Okay, you will not be a part of this story.
So they did that a couple times, which, like I said, it's a tactic. I don't hate it. I just kind of wish that we had gotten some of that backstory, because especially for Kugisaki, we could have. There were plenty of times that we could have had like that little backstory, and we got part of it. Like it's just like this expanded upon her childhood a little bit more.
Nanami got part of her face, nigga. So
jeez, bro, stop. Nanami, bro, like my man was just trying to clock in for his 9 to 5. That's it, bro.
Bro, you can't.
He was just trying to clock in,
you can't say that, especially with the video that we just watched.
He was just trying to clock in, bro.
Apparently it's that video, nigga said, I'm about to clock out. I'm on.
He was just trying to clock in, bro, and vacation. Was it Morocco or something like that?
Yeah, Morocco.
Oh man, but
he was just trying to vacation, bro. He just want to read a book, dog.
Like Ghost said, like hands, like the whole time. Really good fights. It does suck because you can see where like some of the animation kind of fell down because of the workers there. Like towards the end, like you could definitely see like where there were parts where in earlier scenes we got much more detail, and later scenes like it was.
I would say that.
Which again, and that's an artistic like approach to some of those fights, but that's not what they were doing in the beginning. of the
Yeah.
season. So like,
And
you
I,
can tell the
but I will say
difference.
that didn't take away from it still being top tier animation. Like the
Oh yeah,
fight
for
still,
sure, for
like
sure, for sure.
it still did its thing. You can just tell, like it would, and yeah, like you said, like it could relate to the character because some characters, especially with their things, are more crisp and like vivid, whereas the other ones are more artsy. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
more
yeah.
like because they even switched through it a couple times throughout. You saw Yuji's face, and there was that one time he dead ass looked like fucking Deku, bro. Like
Yes,
he did
bro.
look
Yes,
that.
yes.
I'm like, yeah, that's Organa. I mean, not Deku, but like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it.
I knew exactly what you're talking about though. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like so like I think that might just be towards it, but I will say yeah, especially with all when everything happened towards the end, it kind of just like the animation kind of did take a little decrease, but I still didn't see anything touching it. You know what I mean? Like it was still good nonetheless, but
And it's
I
just some
could
of those
definitely bring it down.
details because that's
Yeah.
what they said is I feel like one of the artists came out on Twitter was like, yeah, like I think it was the like right when like Toto first came up, they're like, yeah, bro,
Mhm.
that episode was only 70% animated. Like it was
Mm.
only 70% done with the animation work they were wanting to put into it. So yeah, so like there was definitely like a little dip, but I mean, this is a battle that animators and anime shows have been fighting like since the beginning.
And
So
it sucks that all that stuff was going down during
right, like
the
as everything
season,
was
you
coming
know.
out, yeah. So like that part sucks, but story wise, I think really good. I think it sets up the next arc really well. Um, we
Does it?
y- I oh
Does it
for
set it up really
sure,
well?
for sure,
I don't
for
know
sure.
because I'm
It
confused about a few things.
Nah, bro. So I was talking to LA. It's like, bro, this is what My Hero was trying to do. I feel like with Deku, like when he was kind of like
Yeah.
going off on his own, uh, Yuji's gonna be on his own. Like it's gonna be like Yuji and like and obviously Toto, but I mean at this
And
point
Chozo.
Toto and Toto can't clap. So, but that's the thing. Is like Chozo is kind of like he's like that iffy character because he even said he's
Nah.
like, hey, listen, like I'm not trying to kill you anymore, but we not cool.
That's
Because
his
at the end
brother
of the
though.
day, but you still killed my other brothers though.
Yeah, but you knocked that up as Family Feud at that point.
No,
You know what I mean?
stop.
Like you
Okay,
knocked that up as
there's
Family
family
Feud.
feud,
at that
and then
point.
there's
Yeah.
killing the family, bro. Come on now.
Hey, nigga, Family Feuds, nigga. It gets like that, all right.
Oh,
Sometimes you bring the wrong set.
So I am actually really curious on where Chozo's gonna fit in with everything because I think at this point because he's obviously not with Mahito and Geto anymore that he might stick with Yuji like throughout some of
Mhm.
this or we just lose Chozo for a while and like we just don't
Well, I'm
see
gonna tell
him.
you, Toto ain't popping back up for a while.
Yeah, no, he can't clap, bro. He can't clap. He might be able to clap cheeks, but he can't clap, bro. Like
Oh, he's still gonna clap cheeks, yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah. So like, we're not
gosh.
gonna see Toto for a while. We probably won't see. Oh my gosh, what's his name? The voice user. What's his name? Yeah, I'm spacing on.
Oh, I know who
Look-
you're talking about with the megaphone.
It's his. I think his surname is Toge. It's like Toge.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're gonna see him for a while because that nigga don't have arms. Like legitimately does not have arms anymore. Somebody got to train Yuji.
Toge
So
Unumaki.
Udamaki thing, yeah. So okay. So somebody's got to train Yuji. Somebody has to train Yuji. I told
No.
him this. I think that Yuji, obviously, he got the big level up during the fight with Mahito. I think his body is still going to continue gradually getting level ups because of how many fingers they force him to
Eat.
digest to eat. So I think he's
10
going to
fingers
gradually
strong.
get stronger from that. I don't think his full level up is done because he ate like 12 fingers, like
Yeah, it was 12 total.
plus the 4 that he already had, or was it 3? Was
Mhm.
it 3 or 4? Like
4,
3 or
no.
4 that he already had.
Yeah, it was 3 because he has a total of 15 right now.
Yeah, so he's literally 75% of Sukuna's power at this point. So I don't think he's done leveling up at this point by himself.
But the great, he said
But
somebody got trained.
do
Usually,
think that
Who?
I do think that somebody's going to eventually start training Yuji. It could be who's the girl? What's her name? She came in right at the end of the season to help Yuji. What's her
I know
name?
you're talking about when she came back up on Ghetto.
I think she's going to train. I think she's going to train him not the whole time. I think that for the
Yuki.
next arc, Yuki, thank you. I think that Yuki's going to show up and kind of like give him some tips later in the next series. You think it's gonna be Chozo? I can see it being Chozo. Maybe though, because at the end of the day, like hand-to-hand combat, Yuji was right there with Chozo the whole time, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know.
really
I don't know
see
like
him
how
really
well.
training him.
Really, like
I mean, but it can be like a Goku Vegeta training.
yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Just to push his limits and make him faster and stronger, adapting to different kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it can be one of those kind of trainings. But as far as like training for level ups though, like yeah, not like an Anami trying to nah. He don't got nobody for that unless it's Yuki or Mei.
Yeah, I don't. Well, yeah, because Mei. Would you say?
Where the fuck is Mei at?
Bro, she's. We're not. She's chilling in the hotel with the 8-year-old, bro. What are you talking about? We know where she's at.
Bro, that nigga probably gotta have that syndrome, bro. Where you got that Gary Coleman thing, bro. That nigga can't be it, bro. There ain't no way, bro.
That kid is 8 years old. Maybe he's around. I can see that too. I can see him because Yaga's got to get up out of there, bro. Yaga has caught the most strays in an anime I've ever seen, bro.
Was just showing up to do his 9 to 5, okay? It was just showing up to do his 9 to 5, and they did him dirty,
bro. Like the biggest strays. So if you guys haven't watched it yet, so the way the Shibuya arc ends is basically like we kind of expected. Geto gets away. Mojito gets defeated, but he gets captured. But he gets absorbed by Geto. He uses his ability to basically awaken a ton of different sorcerers and a ton of different demons or curses. Sorry, and my man said the golden age of sorcery, bro. I'm like, bro, like you crazy if you just. Yeah. But basically, in Japan, curses are running wild. Sorcerers are running wild, and it's a survival of the fittest type of deal. Like that's what the Culling Games is. What the next arc is called. That's what the Culling Games is gonna really be. It's survival of the fittest. Whoever's the strongest survives. You get strong or die. Like that's it. Is what we're looking at. But at the end of it, the Jujutsu Society or whatever you want to call them. Basically put out a bunch of derivatives. It said, all right, this is what we're doing moving forward because this wasn't one of the derivatives, but the government is going to announce like the existence of curses, which is kind of crazy for them to just say, hey, so you can die at any point in time because these invisible curses might just eat your ass. So
just FYI.
Just an FYI. You can't stop them. I just want you to know that if your loved one just disappears or there's just a big pile of blood where they were, they dead. You need to leave.
It was a demon. It was a demon, or a curse. Sorry, it was a curse. Just to let you know. So,
but then the derivatives come out. So the derivatives were that Geto is in fact alive, and they are reinstitute his death sentence. So it's kill that man on sight. That Gojo is considered an accomplice with Geto. He is currently sealed, but any attempt to unseal him or help him in any way will make you an accomplice, and it's kill you on sight.
That's bullshit, bro. That's such bullshit, bro.
It is, right? It's so lame. So and this is what we were talking about. Yaga, the current principal of Jujutsu High, the old team leader of Geto Yuki and Geto Suka, right? Suko?
Yes, Suko. Yeah, Suko.
Geto, Suko, and Gojo. They're two leaders. You coached them niggas, so you did.
Yep.
They put out a death sentence on him. And like I said, bro, the most I just called strays for no reason ever. Like Ham said, my man clocked in for his 9 to 5, did his job, got promoted, got the corner office. Nah, you got to die now, bro, because you did your job.
Yep. You're the principal of all them, right? Okay, yeah, you dying.
Yeah. So, that was Yaga. Yuji is basically also a co-conspirator.
They were like, oh yeah,
He had the death sentence, but it was on pause. They said, we're not pausing that anymore. Kill that man on sight. And this is the dude that's going to do it. So Yuta is finally back. He's back from his vacation in Africa. I emphasize vacation. I know LA doesn't want me to, and he's been talking about me ever since I've said it. But Yuta's vacation is over in Africa. He is back, and he has become Yuji's executioner. So those are the 5 derivatives, the 5 statements that Jujutsu's.
Fuck this nigga Yuta, bro.
Bro, I get what LA's saying, but no, fuck this nigga Yuta, bro. Like,
bro. I don't give a fuck.
until you learn, like it's like nah, bro. Like you the ops, like you the ops. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
You the ops. Yuji, nigga. What you talking
about? So that's kind of where that's exactly where the show left off. Yuji is basically what Yuji, Gojo, Yaga are all what a fugitives. I do and I'm glad we mentioned all that because going back to Ghost Combat, I do think that Yaga might end up being the one to kind of coach Yuji along because he's got to get out of Jujutsu. He's got to get out of the situation he's in. So he's on the run. And I feel like they might meet up and that could be somebody that helps train him a bit.
What I think is crazy is because they institute this shit. They're like, yeah, kill this nigga Yuji on sight. And what does Yuji proceed to do? Nigga, like, all right, let me just fight some curses in the city real quick. These niggas trying to kill me, but let me just broad daylight, like wasn't trying to be sneaky.
Broad
was just
daylight, middle of this bridge. It's basically summoned a whole bunch of curses. It's like, all right, let's box.
Let's get active. Exactly.
Let's box.
I got some anger I need to release. You know what I mean?
So we'll see where we don't know when the next season will start airing. If it's anything, like honestly, so I feel like nowadays, like you kind of have to compare it to how Demon Slayer has been going.
Like 2 years.
Because so like we'll see about like a year and a half, 2 years before we see the next.
So either like end of next year or for sure start of 2025.
That's what we're thinking. That's what we're thinking is.
Or 2020. Yeah, 2026 because it just finished and then all this shit just ended. So they probably started working on it already. So it'll probably be out next year sometime.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So,
fingers crossed.
Culling games. If you don't want spoilers, like don't search up anything called Culling games because that shit is already out there. I've seen multiple TikToks. And as soon as I hear calling, I'm like, nope, scroll. I don't want to hear it.
Next.
I don't want to hear it, bro.
Refresh my feed. Let's mess up that algorithm.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. But now that the season's over, if you're wanting to go binge watch it, definitely go binge watch it. Obviously, watch first season, the movie Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and then this season, really good stuff. Highly recommend. Good job, guys.
Good season. Good season.
I think it looks like I may have lost an image. So what's this next image that I have here? Okay, so Percy Jackson. So
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians actually started later on in December as well. So did it, and I don't have an image for it, but so did What If. Definitely give What If a watch. It was was it 8 or 9?
9
episodes, all like really solid. All really solid. The first episode was like, I would say it's probably the most meh out of all of them, but everything else is like really, really good.
Really good.
There's just so you know, there's a big emphasis on Peggy Carter. She got some level ups, bro. She got a few.
No, she got the level up, bro. Like the level up anybody wants, bro. The level up Iron Man should have had. Like, bro, don't get me started.
Peggy, you're gonna see a lot of Peggy when you watch it. There's a couple new characters as well that I really enjoyed.
Kahori.
Kahori, bro, I love Kahori. I know I messaged you that when I watched it.
Yeah,
I love Kahori, dude.
So bro, that episode was really good.
That was really good, dude.
I was okay with her level ups, bro. She was on it.
Because she got some level ups too, like for sure. But I love Kahori. I really like Kahori.
Watch it though, because even at the end, there's big. It's a big season. You know what I mean? It shows that
there are a lot of potential implications that the last episode shows. Personally, I don't think that we're gonna get the things that we've talked about. about those implications. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it was more of a, hey, he's still watching,
But
and
it
that's
ain't.
it.
Nah.
I think that's it. I think that's gonna be it because mainly
No,
because
because he kept her. That's the reason why I don't think it's it.
Oh no! I think he's still watching. I think they're still watching. I think they're just watching it. But we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
but the thing is if he's just watching, it would just be him, like it's always been. He wouldn't have somebody chilling with him.
No, it's he's just watching because Peggy's too OP for the world, bro. She's too OP for the multiverse. So he's like, yeah, you need to stay with me.
That's why we said she's gonna come in. When she comes in, bro, it's gonna be like, yeah, well, go settle this real quick.
Bruh, she's one shot, bro. Like if she comes in, she's one shot. Like it's it.
Everybody, bro. I'm sorry, everybody.
Excuse me. But back to Percy Jackson. So Percy Jackson, we are 3 episodes in. And I'm liking it so far. Four episodes in. Sorry, yeah. Four. Yeah, four. So 4 episodes in. I'm liking it so far. We are doing, so they didn't call it the Lightning Thief, but we're doing the Lightning Thief story,
yes,
which makes sense. I think that's always been the first story of this series,
yes.
right? Yeah, it's always been the Lightning Thief. They didn't call it that obviously because of the movie that came out, so copyright things, blah blah blah. But instead of just being the movie, they're doing the series. Obviously he's a demigod. His mom doesn't really tell him that. He finds out because he's being attacked by different monsters from that realm. He goes to a training camp. All like the normal stuff. Goes to a training camp. Finds out that someone has stolen Zeus's lightning bolt. Zeus and Poseidon are beefing because Zeus thinks it was Poseidon. Poseidon's like, bro, chill. I'll get my kid to go get it for you. Kind of deal. But
well, they blamed it on Percy too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They
like more.
Yeah, basically what it is.
More or less.
Not even more or less. Like it's like, yes, they're blaming on Percy because they're saying, hey, so the whole idea of this is that the Greek gods and goddesses are real. And just like in the stories, they have demigod and have children with humans. But it got to a point where they said, okay, like we're not gonna stop all the gods from having sex because like that's like 60% of Greek mythology is people having sex, but we're gonna stop the 3 big gods from having offspring. So Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades are no longer allowed to have offspring. And if they do, they're like forbidden children. It's not supposed to happen. Blah blah blah. They can cause a lot of turmoil. And Percy is obviously a son of one of the big 3. He's a son of Poseidon. And Percy comes around around the same time that Zeus's lightning bolt gets stolen. So they're pointing the finger at him and saying, hey, we think Poseidon's trying to start a coup using his son to grab the lightning bolt. So that's kind of where we're at. There have been some good I feel like there's been some pretty decent combat so far. Like he's already fought.
Most definitely.
He's already fought a Minotaur, which is pretty cool. He's fought a Gorgon as well. I'm liking the show quite a bit.
I'm liking it too. The pacing is good. I wish, which me and our friend LA talked about a little bit. Like he said, like he wishes there was more fights, but I get it. Like to find a
he can't fight
with
though.
Hands, yeah. Like what?
He can't. No, first and foremost, we know this man can't fight because someone was shooting. He didn't even pick it up. Someone was shooting a bow and arrow, and my man said that looks dangerous.
Yeah, but he also did. What did he do? Episode 2.
He was supposed to, and we talked about that. He was not supposed to.
He did it. All right, he got that demigod in him. All right,
hey,
but it's hard to find young, like 11-year-old kids that are out here doing backflips and whooping ass. You know what I mean? Like,
but they've also been there for more than 24 hours training.
Yeah, that is true. That is
true.
But even the kids, they weren't doing like, even the fighting was very like. But again, like I was saying, it's kids, bro. Like,
right, they're kids.
I don't expect them to be like Daredevil and stuff out here and stuff like that. So, but I like it. I like the pace to go. Aiden also has been watching it with me, and he loves it. He's so excited.
I think that we will get much more combat in the next season. when this progresses, because that will give him some time to get done with this quest, get the lightning bolt back, and then actually start training. And I think there's going to be a little bit of a time skip, like a year or two or so to level him up, and then he'll be fighting. He'll be fighting pretty much better around then.
Most definitely.
So I'm excited for it. Definitely give it a watch. It comes out every Tuesday at 9. Which, bro, like, Disney Plus pisses me off. Because remember, like, it started on Tuesdays at like 11, where new episodes were dropping. And like, oh, we're gonna switch to Fridays. Oh, we're gonna switch to Wednesdays. And now this is Tuesday. It's like, bro, like, y'all need to figure this out.
Yeah, figure your shit out. All right, just give us one day. But then again, like, you got multiple shows, so like you got like Star Wars or shit. You got this stuff, and then you have your Marvel shows. So I mean, I get it spread throughout the week, so each show has their own day. Like, okay.
I guess, but man, oh man. All right, but that's Percy Jackson. Definitely give it a watch. Let me see something here really quick, because something wasn't working like it's supposed to. My bad. I had to reload that folder. And then the final show that we're going to talk about. So this is an anime that just started literally yesterday. They are the first episode, Solo Leveling. Obviously, because at this point we know Jujutsu Kaisen is over. We're still waiting for Demon Slayer. Like, that's not gonna drop until I think it's probably the later part of this year is what I'm guessing. My Hero doesn't start up again until I think like May or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's like right before summer.
So we definitely needed a new anime to watch, and this just dropped. And it's just one episode, but I'm kind of digging it. So if you guys know, like, we've done not a lot, but we've done kind of dabbled into like kind of like D&D and like the fantasy realm of games. We played Baldur's Gate. This kind of taps into like that type of genre. So it's an anime where it's set in a world where like 10 years ago these magical portals just started popping up. But inside these portals, or inside and like coming out of the portals, sometimes they come out of the portals, are magical beasts and monsters that are immune to like your typical weapons and guns and stuff like that. But it also awakens magic abilities inside of some of the humans to fight off these monsters. And it really takes a lot of inspiration from like those tabletop games. So like, obviously you have like clerics or healers and things like that. You have like barbarians and those type of classes. They don't call them that, but you can see the inspiration. Like, for instance, like in our D&D campaigns, like I've played a barbarian. I think Hammond has played the barbarian in our one shot for Extra Life. And there's literally an ability the barbarian has that's Enrage. Well, one of the characters in this show, one of the higher ranking characters in the show, is definitely like a bare knuckle type of fighter, and literally enrages. Like you see him like get pissed, he gets bigger, he gets stronger. Like it's the same thing. So definitely direct inspiration from it. There's magic users, there's swords and stuff like that. I'm digging it. And they're already showing that they're not afraid to kill some people off, even in some of the low-ranking missions that they're going into. We'll see. It can go a lot of different ways.
Yeah, it can. It's like we said, it's only the first episode, but it has potential so far. Like, the animation was good, and like the story is kind of like your typical kind of like, you know.
I don't care what LA says. No. This is your typical. No, this is your typical. No, because. So the main character is a hunter. So he's a hunter. So he has the magic ability that's awakened inside of him to fight off these monsters. But he's literally the lowest rank. You know who else was the lowest rank of their race when they started off? Goku.
Ooh, D-Ray.
Goku. Goku had the lowest potential out of his entire race, and they said he wasn't going to be able to do anything. Our MC has the lowest rank of potential out of all. They literally call him the weakest hunter in all existence. Like, that's how low it is. The show is called Solo Leveling. That's kind of like a point of like debate that we've been having, is that whether or not he's going to stay incredibly weak, because I can see and understand what LA is saying, because in the episode they make sure to emphasize that he says, I know that I'm weak, but I'm opportunistic. I've been able to learn. I've been in enough of these fights to learn what these monsters, how like they react, like when to attack, when not to attack, and things like that. So I understand like the thought that maybe he's gonna be more of a general and like placing people in the right places. But the show is called Solo Leveling. This guy's gonna level up. I don't know how. And they say in the shows, they specifically say, hey, when you awaken, your magic ability awaken, that's it. You have a finite amount of magic. If you start off a rank E, you will always be a rank E. If you start off a rank A, you will always be a rank S. There's no way to increase the magic ability from your body. There's no way they're going to say that and not make this dude somehow increase the magic. It has to be. Like, there's no, you're not going to convince me.
I can see it, and I don't see it as, because of the name Solo Leveling, I don't think that he's just going to be a S tier off rip. I think he's going to do some shit to move him up to D. Yeah, it's going to take a while for him to get up there, but each time he level, he's going to be the only first person to leveled up, and they're going to be like, yo, what the? So how? We don't know, but I can see that happening. And like I said, what you said, it has mad potential to be good. I'm actually really excited.
I liked it a lot. So I'm excited for it. You guys will hear from us week by week when the episodes drop. But other than that, I think that's gonna be it for us for this episode. Guys, welcome to the new year.
We made it to another year.
We made it. We're 2023 is in the past. 2024 is going to be slightly better than 2023. And we hope you guys the best. Any final recommendations before we head out, Ham?
Recommendations? Arcane Season 2 trailer? Did I miss that?
We did not talk about it, and it's because I completely forgot about it. I did see that it dropped. I haven't watched it. Go watch the Arcane 2. I think it's more of a teaser. I don't think it's a full-on trailer, right? I think it's just a teaser. But because Arcane Season 2, I want to say they said drops like holiday time this year. So Arcane Season 2 for sure. Because I remember that it was coming out because I started rewatching Arcane because of it. So yeah. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for it. But no, Ghost, you did not miss it. So thank you for mentioning that. So go watch that season. But other than that, so yeah, there's your recommendation. There's your recommendation. Go watch.
Arcane. There you go. Go watch Arcane Season 2 trailer. Other than that, I haven't really. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I haven't really seen any like newer movies yet. There hasn't been really anything
Christmas
that's caught my eye. But...
Oh, I can't take it back. So besides, did you end up going to see Wonka?
No, but I did see Aquaman too.
Your boy said. So everybody wants to be ready. I went to see Wonka, which I enjoyed it. I liked it quite a bit, and it's funny because like my sister and really my family. So most of my family like weren't really like excited about seeing it. But the other alternative was The Color Purple, and I was not about to take my kids to see The Color Purple.
Yeah, no.
It was not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
don't go see Aquaman 2.
No, there's no way, bro. It wasn't that bad. I liked Wonka. I think it's a good time. I think it's a really good time. It's definitely there's lots of singing. It's definitely a musical. But there's a lot of singing in the first one too. Or not the first one, but like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Originals, yeah.
Yeah. So there is. I enjoyed it. But you said don't see it?
No, bro, I told you it literally felt like everybody just showed up to work. You know those Mondays when you just like I gotta go to work and you just go. Man. That's what it looked like. The acting was horrible. It was dumb. Like the only good saving grace I'd say that was good was Black Manta. They made Black Manta was
dope. You did say Black Manta was dope.
He was a dog. But other than that, like it was.
He got some redemption from the first one.
Most definitely got some redemption from the first one. But yeah, it was just.
They showed up for work. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Basically, they're like, yo, I got to make that check. I just show up to make the check. All right, bet. Cool. That's what it said. I'm gonna show up.
Man, that stinks. But yeah, that is officially it from us. Breezy, good to see you, man. We will catch you guys next week.
Yep.
Oh, so side notes, we are tallying up all the votes. We're gonna try to get this the award show wrapped up and getting ready for you guys here soon. We are just about done with our calendar as well. We just have to do some final touches of that. So we are working on those things, and we'll make sure to keep you guys updated on it. But with that is it. We will catch you guys on Friday. And then next week for another with another RNG. Adios, guys.
Yeah. Adios.
RNG? I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means. We're going.
Random news. RNG. TGP.
TGP
Random news
presents
generator. RNG. RNG. Real nigga games. Random news. RNG. Random number generator. RNG. Real nigga games. RNG. TGP. Random news. Random news. RNG. Random news.
Real nigga games.
Samurai Black. D-Ring.
Random numbers.
TGP. RNG.